I swear this is not a hateful nerd rant video, I promise. Hi, I'm Jason Inman and I like to read comics. That's why in the week of May 28th, I decided to read all the DC comic books that were published in the world. I'm going to give each of these a buy it, borrow it from a friend, or a skip it rating. But before I get to that, don't forget to go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. Now enough of this jibba jabba, let's get on to some reviews. All-Star Western number 31. Jonah Hex doesn't have his facial scars anymore because of his time travel trip into the future with Booster Gold, and he just basically gets into a barroom brawl and almost has sex, well basically does have sex, on top of a bar. It's pretty much nothing but a brouhaha in a bar, and the art is very shoddy. Maybe DC is realizing that we should just forget this title because it's about to be canceled. Who knows? Maybe they just don't care anymore. I like Jonah Hex. I should like this book, but I don't. That's why it's a skip it. Aquaman 31. So Aquaman shows up in the swamp that Swamp Thing lives in, and they fight. Why? Because heroes have to fight if they ever meet. Because when Aquaman reveals what he's looking for, the fight is over and ends in a second. Plus, Mara rides a seahorse. Yay! Skip it. Batman number 31. Batman Green Arrow? Joke about the cover aside. This is a very terrific and suspenseful issue of Batman, probably the best issue of Zero Year. Now, if you've been watching these videos, you know that I haven't been the biggest fan of Zero Year. I found it to be very plotting, I found it to be too wordy, and the only substantial thing about it so far, I think, has been the art by Greg Capullo and the amazing coloring. But this issue, I think because it focused on a single event, really hit home the powerful emotions, I should say. It's all based around them trying to track the Riddler's location and having to waste time so they can track the signal. And as this is happening, Batman's out there exposing himself for the community. All his life is on the line. Gordon's up there hooking the thing up to the track Riddler's device, and Lucius Fox is there tick-a-tacking on the way on the computer. They're all working together. They're all as a team. And it's being montaged against a scene of Bruce in private school being asked, how fast can a bullet travel? And this creates problems. This creates an illusion back to his childhood, the child murder. It's actually like kind of a dick move by this professor to ask them this question anyway. Excuse me, class. Who in this class has had their parents brutally murdered? You? Yes, you. I'm going to ask you a gun and bullet question because that's the type of teacher I am. Anyways, this single flashback against this team makes for some very powerful storytelling. If you have not been reading Zero Year so far, this issue is the reason to pick it up. Buy it. Batman Eternal number 8. Horrible art by Gilliam March frames this story where Batman basically fights the cops, and it's not a bad story. Batman goes to the rooftop, fighties with some cops. New rookie cop, Jason Bard, actually saves him, and they're kind of doing a Jonathan Blake from The Dark Knight Rises kind of thing with him, which is not bad, but the art is horrible, and you know what else? They should stop having Carmen Falcone wear rose t-shirts. We get it. You like roses, you're a gangster, move on. Enough with that cliche. There's actually a buy it. Catwoman number 31. Catwoman is trapped in a mirror, which actually means that her character is trapped in a bad story with bad art and bad writing. Yeah, so it's pretty much a skip it. Justice League Dark number 31. Swamp Thing and Deadman bond over some fruit while Constantine fights a cloud. Not even kidding. That's why it's a skip it. LARFLEEZE number 11. And then DC Comics brought this character back from the dead. That's why this is a skip it. NIGHTWING number 30. This issue contains one of the worst dialogue Batman versus Nightwing fights I have ever read in my life. It's like the writers have never read these characters before. Basically, there is 10 pages of Nightwing and Batman beating the crap out of each other. Why? Because Batman needs to make sure that Nightwing's for a mission. So it's 10 pages of, you're not ready. I am too ready. No, you're not ready until you can take 75 punches in the face. Yeah, I can take 75 punches in the face. Oh yeah? You think you can handle it, dick my boy? I'm not your boy! Yes you are. No, I'm not! And it's over and over with blood, blood, blood. Enough, we get it. We get it, okay? Stop it. Just because you think Batman and Nightwing fight in an issue that it is some sort of character development, well, it's not. You telling us how the characters feel is not character development at all. It's something we've seen before. It's something that we saw a lot better in Batman Fugitive. If you ever read that event where Nightwing and Batman fight there. It's a lot better because it was written by Ed Brubaker, but it's amazing. This was written by the team that is going to do Grayson number 1. And if this is what their future issues are going to be like, whoo, do I worry for that title. This is a skip it. Red Lanterns number 31. Guy Gardner with a mustache. That's about the best part of this book, because the Red Lanterns work so much better as scary supporting characters. When you give them a book that fleshes out their history and they start talking like normal people, like, hey, let's go down to the bar, Jim. Yeah, well, I got this red lantern. They can make me puke red blood. Blah. It just gets really boring. And it serves no purpose. And that's why this is a skip it. Secret Origins number 2. I imagine that there was somewhere in DC, there was a meeting that took place like this. Say, you know what? We're doing that 0 year, a whole year of Batman's origin. But you know what the readers could use more of? Another Batman origin. Yeah, that sounds great, Dan DiDio. Let's put it in Secret Origin number 2. Let's retell Batman's origin the same year that we're retelling Batman's origin. And then they'll buy both issues. We're geniuses. That's pretty much what it is. You read the origin of Batman in this issue. There's also an origin for Aquaman and Starfire. If you like just short, truncated origin stories, this book is for you. It's not horrible. It's just there's not much meat to it, so that's why it's a borrow from a friend. Suicide Squad number 30. This is actually the big setup to New Suicide Squad number 1. It actually probably should have been New Suicide Squad number 0. Amanda Waller pretty much gets told that she's screwed up and she's no longer in charge. That's about it. Oh, and Deadshot goes, hi, Amanda. That's it. Skip it. Superman number 31. Wow. Not even 5 different artists can save this book. Well, actually, that's a detriment to this book because the art shifts in this book are horrible. Absolutely horrible. This is part of the Superman Doom storyline, which kind of started off okay, but now has just completely derailed so far. It's like that scene in the Godzilla movie where Godzilla knocks the train over. That's how far we are. Godzilla has knocked the Superman Doom train completely off the tracks because Superman acts nothing like Superman in this book and acts really out of character. I don't care that he has a doomsday disease in him. It is so far beyond character that it's retarded. I hope this is an editorial mandate because generally the Superman title is not this bad and without this bad with Superman, and I kind of feel that maybe it's the editors forcing the Superman character to do things that he normally wouldn't do. But this still makes this issue a skip it. The Flash number 31. We journey 15 years into the future where Flash wears a blue costume and he fights the Mirror Master, and then an earthquake happens that the Flash knows is going to happen, and he lets the Mirror Master die in the earthquake. Wait, what? What? That was my reaction to reading this. I don't care that it's 15 years in the future, and I don't care that the Flash is supposedly like, I'm all grim and gritty, I'm wearing blue now. He would not do this, especially in the fact that in the very same issue, we see modern day Barry wear a Blue Lantern shirt. And if you remember in Blackest Night, he became a Blue Lantern. And what does Blue Lantern stand for? Hope. So the person that most represents hope in the entire universe would let a villain be killed by an earthquake that he knew was coming? No. What? Skip this. And or if you do buy it, literally get rid of it as fast as you can. Like, give it to a pawn shop, give it to a small child on the side of the street, give it to that homeless man that loves comics down by your park. Get rid of it. The New 52 Futures End number 4. And this book hits all the New 52, New 52-iest, New 52-iest parts of the DC Universe all in one go. We got Red Robin who limps. Yeah. We got more decapitations. Yeah. Grifter murders a whole family. Yeah. And Amethyst, the princess of Gemworld, has a cool scar and decapitates Frankenstein. Woo! If you like murder, guts, blood, decapitations in your DC Universe, then this is the book for you. For everybody else, this is a major skip it. And now it's time for my pick of the week. The pick of the week that if you only have enough money to buy one comic book, what comic book should you buy? And that book obviously is Batman number 31. A singular moment in time, a strong Batman moment with great coloring that I feel the coloring is not talked about enough. The coloring is fantastic in this book. Greg Capullo is amazing in this book. This 30-issue run is going to be remembered. Probably for Scott Snyder, but like I hope it's for Greg Capullo and his amazing work and his coloring and his inking team. Fantastic. Buy this book. And that's it for all the DC New 52 comics that were published on May 28th. As always, you can go to majorspoilers.com, the comic books website, where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. They got lots of articles, they got lots of new things, and they got lots of new podcasts. You know who else got a podcast? I got a podcast. It's called Geek History Lesson. Go to facebook.com/Geek History Lesson. You can find out all our details, get little nice nerd facts, interesting facts of the day. We take a character of pop culture and we teach you all about them. Go listen on iTunes. It's there. It's very easy to find. And comment below. Tell me what you thought about this video. Did you think I ranted on DC too much? Well, then you should stay till after the title card at the very end, because I'm going to talk about this some more. But if you think that you love DC and that I'm a complete moron, please let me know in the comments. Now, I know I've been reviewing DC a lot this month, so next month I'm going to try to review almost all Marvel. We'll see how it goes, month to month to month to month. You know what I'm saying, Fred? Yeah, Fred, right there, you in the third row. I know I'm just rambling, and that's why I'm going to say goodbye. I internet all love all of you. Please remember to like, favorite, and share this with your friends. I'm Jason Inman. Be seeing you.
What's your name? You are a god among insects. Never let anyone tell you different.
Alright guys, you know I railed against DC pretty hard this week. It was mostly skip-its. But, you know, to be honest, the fact is that they were pretty bad. Except for the Batman titles, they were all pretty bad. And I actually read them all. And I really tried. And I'm a big DC guy. I tend to say I'm a more DC guy than I am a Marvel guy. But I love reading both. I'm definitely open to both, and independent comics as well. And it's kind of sad that DC is in such states right now. And I really feel that the New 52, I was very excited about the New 52, and I was ready for a new start and ready to do it. But I think they killed themselves and shot themselves in the foot when they tied it into other continuity. And I don't know what's going to happen with DC right now. Please let me know below in the comments what you think about DC right now, because 3 years in the New 52, I kind of feel like DC is dropping the ball, and if they don't know what they're doing and where they're going. Whereas the Marvel right now seems very strong. They're willing to let their writers take chances and do new things. I mean, that Hawkeye book is pretty fantastic. The new Miss Marvel is pretty fantastic. All new X-Men is very, very good. Thor is very good. They're willing to let their writers take a chance, whereas on the DC side, it seems like it's all editorial. Editorial, editorial, editorial. And editorial is just driving the DC into the grave, because sales in the DC universe are back to where they were before the New 52. And will we come to another reboot? There's rumors of a Crisis next year. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I think it is a hard reboot. I think we have to do it again. And that kind of sucks as a DC fan and as a comic book reader. But, you know, that's life. That's business, I guess. And that really sucks for me. Let me know what you think below. Also, by the way, I'm going to be asking for a little bit more of your support in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I got some big life events coming up. I'm going to be releasing some new t-shirts, very similar to this one that I'm wearing right now. That I'd love for you guys to buy. If you can go, please support the podcast. That really helps me out. Share the video. I'm going to probably be releasing some more videos. And I need as many shares on those as possible, guys. Yeah! And I got a new web series coming up. And just a lot of new exciting things. So keep yourselves tuned to my social medias, facebook.com/JawinTV, and on Twitter @Jawiin, and help me out. And I love you guys. And also, I'm thinking about doing some live Google Hangouts. Hello, you want to talk about comic books live to me? You want to look at me and be like, your beard is stupid, and I think your hair is stupid too, and you smell. And I'll be like, how can you smell me across a Google Hangout? I'll be like, and you'd be like, 'cause I can. That was actually my cousin that I was doing an impression of. Actually, I don't have a cousin that talks anything like that. But anyways, you get the point. Google Hangouts with me. I need your support. I'll let you know a lot of exciting things on the horizon. And a very special Geek and Tea coming up very soon, okay? There will be no new Jason Reads Comics next week. I'm sorry, I'm going to be out on vacation doing some stuff. Probably seeing the Grand Canyon. You can go to my Instagram, see some pictures. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got to say. Bye.